going yesterday. They'll look to keep that. And on the other side for Marcos de Niza, they're still searching for their first win in region play in the 4A Desert Sky Conference. So they need those here at the end of the season.
Yeah, Marcos de Niza 0-7 in that 4A Desert Sky region. Saguaro's 5-2. So coming down to the wire, this is an important game for playoffs, and we'll see if Marcos de Niza with that 7.67 team ERA, let's see if they can lower that today against Saguaro. They definitely raised it yesterday, but we'll get going here right away. First batter for the Padres will be number 15, Jesus Valles. He'll face the pitcher for the SaberCats, Nate Wachinski. Left-handed pitcher, we're rocking number 24. First pitch misses for a ball. Valles batting .483 this season. Next pitch is dribbled on over to short. Going to be a tough play. Throws to first does Bratspis and gets the first out. Valles goes down via the ground out.
Nice play there by number 15, Bratspis. Made that one look easy. Just came upfield and firing on the first for a quick first out to start this game.
So Wachinski gets a quick one. Now he'll face the two batter, Julian Arroyo. Arroyo batting .407 on the year. Left on left here. First pitch is in there for a strike.
Looked like he started him off with an off speed there. Get ahead in the count.
Wachinski with a 2.02 ERA delivers another strike. He's way ahead in the count, 0-2.
I'd be surprised if we saw another pitch here in the zone on purpose. He might miss, but.
Next pitch from Wachinski is way out of the zone. Good 0-2 pitch there. Counts now 1-2.
Nice job there by the catcher Gomez for Saguaro to keep that one in front just in case of a chase right there.
The 1-2 to Arroyo is swung on and missed. Strike three. Wachinski gets the second out of the inning via the punchy.
Wachinski hasn't been much of a strikeout guy this year. That's only his 26th strikeout now in just over 28 innings on the mound, but gets one early.
Two quick outs for Wachinski. Now digging into the box for the Padres is Tony Medina. He's batting .296 on the year. And he will be the DH today. First pitch is fouled back. He was late.
Wachinski being very efficient here in this first inning, just pounding the zone to the Marcos de Niza hitters.
Wachinski's 0-1 is in the dirt. Good take. So two quick outs here for Wachinski, working quick. Next pitch just misses low. Gomez with a good frame, but home plate umpire says no. Next pitch is in there for strike three. And we will head to the bottom of the first, and while we do, we'll hear from both coaches. We caught up with them pregame.
Hello everyone, my name is McKenna Kellens, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. I'm here alongside Coach Mickey for Saguaro's baseball team. So Coach, you had a game against Marco de Niza yesterday and you had a win. So what are you hoping to see from your team to pull out another win today?
Just the right mindset. Every day is a new opportunity. The stuff in the past is yesterday. The stuff in the future gives us anxiety, so let's just be present. We have to have a really good approach. And not overlook anything, not expect the same results. You got to work for them. So hopefully just bringing that right mindset of work and a good approach in the box.
Perfect. And what are you hoping to see from your team as your regular season starting to end? I know you have about 3 or 4 games left.
Yeah, just honestly, just staying together as a group. If you can just pull for each other, we know the finish line's in sight right here, and it's about positioning for playoffs, but just truly being present. Every day it's a great opportunity to be with this group of boys and young men, and I just enjoy these moments, and hopefully they do too, and just appreciate each day for what it has.
All right, thank you so much, Coach. Good luck today.
Appreciate it.
I'm McKenna Kellens reporting for the Varsity Sports Show.
Welcome back to Saguaro High School, where after that quick 1-2-3 inning from Wachinski brings the SaberCats up to bat.
Yeah.
Esteban Murillo will be the pitcher for the Padres.
Yeah, very quick inning from Wachinski. Really good start for Saguaro, and let's see if they can get the bats going once again.
Murillo will deal to Abino. First pitch misses high, counts 1-0. Taichi Abino batting .286 on the year, playing second base. He'll look to get the SaberCats started. Next pitch is in there for a strike, count evens up.
Yeah, and the pitcher today for the Padres, Murillo, is really looking like you said they have about a 7 ERA as a team this year, so trying to lower that today.
Next pitch is fouled off. Not a great effort from the first baseman there. Olm could have had a play, but nonetheless, it's strike 2.
And something to mention about Olm, a little strange today. The Padres are DHing for him even though he's playing first base.
The 1-2 to Abino is fouled straight back. Count's still 1-2. Yeah, you don't see that very often. You know, usually pitcher's not a great hitter and they get DH'd for, but today they got Olm over there at first base. Not sure if he's a really good defender or just a really bad hitter, so guess we'll find out here soon. Next pitch is low, counts even at 2.
Yeah, I feel like most of the time you got one of your middle of the order bats over there at first base and you'll take a lackluster defender, but not the case today for the Padres.
Next pitch misses high. Good at bat here from Abino, working the count. Murillo certainly doesn't want to walk the leadoff hitter and get the SaberCats started with a free base. The payoff pitch is lined up the middle. Good play by Abril, throws on to first in time and retires Abino for the first out.
The second baseman, Isaiah Abril, with a nice pickup on the backhand there. It looked like the hitter, Abino, almost thought it was going to get through. It looked like he started to round first and then realized he had to start hustling, but was still retired for the first out.
Yeah, kind of surprised Abino didn't leg that one out. You know, he usually pinch runs for the catcher Gomez, so we know he has speed. He had a nice little line drive, kind of got in on him. This is the first pitch to the next batter. Xander Bratzbus is low. Kind of got in on him on the fists and wasn't as hard as we initially thought, but good play there from Abril at second. And it's the first out for the Padres. So now Murillo will deal to Bratzbus. The 1-0 pitch misses high, counts 2-0.
The SaberCats hitters already working Murillo's pitch count more than Wachinski had to throw in the top of the first.
Next pitch is skied. It's going to be a tough play down the left field line, and it drops in fair territory, so that'll be a hit for Bratzbus as the left fielder Fuerte, third baseman Rodriguez, and shortstop Durker didn't communicate, and the ball lands in fair territory. Bit of an odd one there.
Yeah, it looked like the left fielder, Elijah Abril, he overran that one a little bit. Thought it was going to be in foul territory, but ended up landing just on the line. And Bratzbus gets himself on base in scoring position with just one out.
And they'll rule that as a double. Bit of a soft double, if you ask me. Nonetheless, runner in scoring position for the all-dangerous Gomez, hitting .279. The stud catcher committed to South Carolina. First pitch gets away. And Bratzbus moves up to third.
Not sure if there was a cross-up or something there, but that just went right past the catcher Matheson, straight to the backstop, and easily advancing to third is Bratzbus.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think Matheson and Murillo were on the same page there. With the runner on second, they must not have communicated it. And next pitch is in there for a strike, catches the outside corner. Yeah, it seemed like they didn't go over the signs with runner on second, and Murillo threw a straight fastball. Matheson did not expect that to come. Next pitch to Gomez is fouled straight back. Pitch looked like it was a bit high, though.
Big swing from Gomez there. You could tell he's trying to get a ball at least in the outfield, get a job done, get the run in, put them on the board early.
So 1-2 count on Gomez. The pitch from Murillo is in the dirt. Good block there from Matheson to keep the runner at third. Two to Gomez is in the dirt, fouled back. Not sure if that caught his bat, but they say it did.
Yeah, I think just off the very cap of the bat and went straight down. A little bit of an awkward one. Looked like it might have been a swing and miss, but count will hold.
Next pitch is lined down the right field line. Look out, first base coach.
Nice reaction down there by the first base coach to get out of the way of that one. That was a hot shot down the line.
So Murillo entering this game with a 5.92 ERA, so lower than the team average, but still not great. He'll deal to Gomez with a runner on third. Pitch is fouled back again. Gomez is really making him work now.
Yeah, these SaberCat hitters will not go down easy here in the bottom of the first, fouling off a lot of pitches with 2 strikes so far.
Like we said, we saw SaberCats win via the mercy rule yesterday, so see if they can put it on them early. Next pitch is dribbled up the middle. That'll get a run home. Abril fields, fires onto first in time. So Gomez will be retired, but he will pick himself up an RBI as Bratzbus scores.
Yeah, nice play there from Abreu once again, going up the middle to his backhand. A nice high hop for him, able to set his feet, fire on the first, and retires Gomez. But like you said, gets the job done, puts the SaberCats ahead early.
Next batter for the SaberCats is Kyle Miller, the first baseman. He's hitting .310 on the year, so good stuff out of him in the 4-hole. First pitch misses inside. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. SaberCats lead 1-0. On a bit of an awkward play down the left field line. Next pitch is in the dirt for a ball. Counts 0-2, or 2-0, excuse me.
Miller probably going to take a big swing at this one ahead in the count 2-0 if he gets this pitch. He might drive one here.
Yeah, and with nobody on and 2 outs, not really much else he can do. Next pitch is fouled down the left field line, gets out of play.
That's something you hate to see as a hitter. Being late on the 2-0, you get your pitch down the heart of the plate and just foul it off.
2-1 is dribbled up the middle. It'll get past the second baseman, Abril, for a knock.
Thought we might have had a Abreu tie a record there with all 3 outs, but that one just able to sneak by him up the middle. And Miller picks up the second hit now on the day for Saguaro.
Good piece of hitting from Miller. Turn that fastball right back around. Dribbled it up the middle, and Abril had no play. Next batter is Jake Claver, and he'll see first pitches in there for a strike. Claver batting .375 this year. Pickoff attempt at first, not in time. Claver batting .375, hitting in the 5-hole from the left side. He'll face Murillo here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first, trying to extend the lead. Next pitch catches the corner. Counts now 0-2.
That's a big swing in the count there. Looked like that one just caught the outside edge, and the difference between 1-1 and 0-2 as a hitter is all important.
Claver way behind in the count. Murillo pitches in the dirt. There goes the runner to second, and he'll head to third. Throw is not in time. So heads up base running there from Kyle Miller. He was stealing on the pitch. Pitch got away, advanced to third. So now runner on third here with 2 outs for Claver.
Yeah, not a lot of urgency by the catcher Matherson, and Miller realized it and took third.
Next pitch misses up. So now just a base hit will get the job done for Claver. Bit of a mental error there from the Padres. Next pitch is fouled straight back off the catcher. We'll do it again at 2-2.
This would be a big run to get in early on for Saguaro. A 2-out RBI is always deflating for the other team.
Next pitch is in the dirt. Good block there from Matherson to save a run. Payoff pitch from Murillo. Fouled straight back. Claver was a bit early on that one.
Yeah, Murillo came out with a 2-0 slider, or excuse me, 3-2 slider there. So you know he's confident in that pitch if he's throwing it in a full count.
Murillo delivers and misses. So Claver works a walk on a good at-bat. And now Anthony Gilligan will stride up to the plate with runners on first and third and 2 outs. And Murillo's throwing a lot of pitches here early.
Yeah, Murillo already up to 30 pitches this inning. Not efficient as Wachinski was his counterpart in the top half.
And after a day like yesterday, you really need some length out of your starter. That bullpen is thin for the Padres. First pitch, there goes the runner. Pitches up, throw down to second. Not in time, and he throws it away. So Kyle Miller will come home and score. Jake Claver will head to third after some sloppy play from the Padres, and Matherson threw it into center field.
Once again, just looked like a miscommunication. It looked like Matherson was firing the ball back to the pitcher Murillo, and he let it go. Second baseman Abreu was not expecting it, and it gets all the way into center to score a run.
Next pitch misses, counts now 2-0. So Gilligan, who's up for the SaberCats, hitting in the 6th hole, hitting .208 so far this year. He'll try to drive in another run from third. Next pitch is fouled into the crowd. Counts now 2-1. So 2-0 in favor of the SaberCats here early. Bad news for the Padres, especially after yesterday's game. Next pitch misses outside. These pitches aren't even close.
Yeah, after a game like yesterday where you know this team put it on you, you just really don't want to fall behind early, and that's exactly what they have done so far today.
Next pitch is swung on and missed by Gilligan. That was a massive hack. He was trying to do some major damage here with 2 outs. Counts now full, though.
Yeah, and the 3-1 count, swung at one around the shoulder area, getting a little over-aggressive.
Payoff pitch is dribbled down to the first baseman. Beautiful play by Olm, but the pitcher Murillo did not get over to cover. So that'll be another run, and that'll be a base hit for Gilligan.
A nice play there from Olm, maybe showing off why he's in the lineup, even if he's getting DH'd for. But the pitcher Murillo never moved off the mound. And with 2 outs, we saw that in the World Series this past year. Pitchers not covering first can really start things going for the other team, and it drives in another run.
Next batter for the SaberCats is Carter Bond. Batting .545 this year in a small sample size. But yeah, back to that last at-bat. Gilligan just kind of poked that one in the 3-4 hole. Great play by Olm. Next pitch to Bond is swung on and missed. And like we said earlier, Olm getting DH'd for. It looks like he's in there for his defense. So great play, but Murillo just watched it, and that's frustrating stuff for Coach Courtney for the Padres. Next pitch to Bond is swung on and missed again. Counts now 1-2.
Got to be frustrating for Olm as well. You lay out, make a play, try to get your team out of the inning, and then you turn to fire to first and don't see anyone within the vicinity.
Next pitch is in the dirt for a ball. Counts now 2-2. And yeah, to your point, they probably would have had him too. I mean, Gilligan wasn't running that great, and it was a great play by Olm, but he looked over to Murillo, and he was just standing there with his hands up. Next pitch is in the dirt again. That was an off-speed pitch. Counts now full. And you don't want to lose Bond.
Murillo already at 40 pitches now. Just not what you want to see from the Padre dugout. A long first inning.
Payoff pitch. There goes the runner, but that'll be ball 4. So it won't matter. So now first and second here with 2 outs for the SaberCats as they look to do even more damage against Murillo. Are you surprised we haven't seen a mound visit yet? I mean, he's throwing a lot of pitches, throwing a lot of high-intensity pitches with runners on.
Yeah, at least have the catcher go out there and talk to him, settle him down a little bit. Like I said, it looks like the catcher and pitcher have been not on the same page so far today. So really just go out there, figure something out to get out of this first.
Next batter's Chasen Neiman. He swings and fouls the ball off. Yeah, right now the Padres are just looking to limit, just looking to get out of this inning. Only down 3. Because if the SaberCats keep adding, it could get ugly here quick. Next pitch to Neiman is swung on and drilled down the line, but it'll be a foul ball, and that would have been trouble.
Yeah, that one really would have stung if that one hopped over the bag, but just went wide for a foul ball. And now you're ahead 0-2. You got to throw a put-away pitch here. Get back in the inning after some poor defense on your side. Just get back in the dugout and get the sticks going.
Murillo's 0-2 is in there for strike 3, catches the outside corner. So he retires Neiman, but the SaberCats bring home 3 runs in the bottom of the first, and we'll head to the second.
Hello everyone, my name is McKenna Kellums, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. I'm here alongside Coach Courtney from Marco Denise's baseball team. So Coach, you did play Saguaro yesterday, so what are you hoping to see from your team that you didn't see yesterday?
A little better defense, a little better on the mound. We made some errors, walked a lot of guys, hit the ball decent. Hopefully that carries over today.
Perfect. And I know that the regular season is starting to come to an end, so what are you hoping to see from your team in these next few games that you're playing?
We got to come together, have a complete game. We got to come together as a team, play a couple complete games, win some games to get us into the playoffs.
All right, thank you so much, Coach.
Cool.
Good luck today.
All right, thank you.
All right. My name is McKenna Kellums, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show.
Welcome back to the ballpark, where we have action for the top of the second inning. SaberCats up 3-0. Good first inning from their on the mound and with the sticks.
Yeah, really got the bats going in the first, kept the momentum from yesterday. And when you do something like that, it really deflates the other side. After a mercy rule yesterday and a quick 3 spot in the first inning, on the other side, there's probably some guys in the dugout thinking, here we go again.
Yeah. Padres hoping they're not in for another long one as Jackson Matherson, the catcher, steps up to the plate. He'll take ball 1. Matherson batting .417 on the year. Next pitch is dribbled down the line for a foul ball. And Wachinski working quick here, trying to get these outs.
Yeah, very efficient in the first inning and keeping it going here. Just getting the ball, getting back on the mound and delivering.
Next pitch is swung on and missed. That was the slider, it looked like, and he got him way out in front.
Yeah, really fooled Matherson there. And Matherson's been the best hitter on the year for the Padres.
Next pitch is fouled straight back. Count still 1-2. So Wachinski now with an ERA under 2. Considered one of the bright spots in this SaberCat staff. He finally gets a pitch he likes and misses just outside, so count will be 2-2.
Very borderline pitch. After one of your guys just saw one on the other side from a lefty, stared at one for strike 3.
Next pitch is sky high into right field. The right fielder, Hansen, has a play. It's a can of corn for the first out.
Nice job there from by Wachinski to not be phased after he doesn't get the call in the 0-2 or excuse me, the 1-2 count. Just goes right back at him and gets a routine pop out to right.
So lazy fly ball for the first out as Isaiah Burrell will dig in, batting .309, swings and misses at another beautiful pitch from Wachinski. Next pitch misses, counts 1-1.
Wachinski just looked really confident on the mound today, just getting the ball and firing all of his pitches.
Next pitch is sky high in the infield. Wachinski's going to call for it and make the play. So rare call by the pitcher, but he gets the job done for the second out.
Yeah, most of the time you don't want your pitcher fielding balls, but that one was just right on top of the mound. He didn't have to move. Those are always scary plays when you have the pitcher make them, but able to put it away for the second out.
First pitch to Gilbert Fuerte is swung on and missed for a strike, and Wachinski's working real quick here. Fuerte batting .200 on the year, playing left field. Takes the second pitch for a ball, so 1-1 count here with 2 outs in the top of the second.
Wachinski so far has these Padre hitters all out of sorts, chasing a lot of the off speed early, getting ahead in the count on pitches that aren't in the zone.
Next pitch is another off speed that isn't even close, so counts now 2-1. So Forte in the 6th hole, Wachinski trying to get back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings. Next pitch misses up and in, counts now 3-1. You don't want to walk the 6th hole, especially after these Padres hitters haven't done much. Next pitch is dribbled down the line, but it gets foul. Counts full.
And Fuerte there, late in a hitter's count. That means that Wachinski really hasn't thinking about the off-speed.
Let's see where Wachinski goes here. Payoff pitch. Is that off-speed? Swung on and missed by Fuerte. So Wachinski dealing here early as we head to the bottom half of the second.
Sports isn't just about highlights. It's about the grind, the passion, and the journey behind every play. I'm Chrissy Harrison, a junior at Texas Southern University, and I don't just watch sports. I bring their stories to life. From rising athletes to seasoned pros, I'm there asking the real questions, capturing the raw moments, and sharing the journey with you, on the field and behind the scenes. I bring excitement to Varsity Sports Show. This is just the beginning. Stay locked in. We're just getting started.
Welcome back to Saguaro High School for action from the bottom of the second. SaberCats up 3-0 here early. Wachinski on the mound for the SaberCats is wheeling and dealing, 6 up, 6 down so far. And on the other side, Murillo, to be fair, his defense hasn't really helped him out, but they got a 3 spot on him in the first inning, and he's thrown a whopping 43 pitches. First pitch to the 9 hole. Connor Hansen misses for a ball. Hansen batting 143 this season, playing right field. We saw him catch that fly ball in that last inning, takes a check swing and fouls it straight back for a strike.
And Hansen, the rare aardvark that you see in baseball, hitting right-handed but throws lefty out there playing right field.
It is very rare. I've only known one person to have do that in my entire baseball career. Happens to be close friend of mine. As Hansen skies one in the air to left field. The shortstop calls it for the Padres. That's Durker, and he'll retire Hansen for the first out.
Interesting that the shortstop Durker went out there for that ball. It looked like it was almost a can of corn for the left fielder, but after he missed that one last inning, maybe just not a lot of confidence, Durker calls him off and puts him away.
So now back to the top of the lineup for the SaberCats as Abino digs in. First pitch is just outside for a ball. Abino grounded out to second, his first at-bat. He'll look to get the SaberCats started here in the second. Next pitch is in there for a strike, counts now 1-1.
Maria would love a quick inning here after an exhausting first. He would love to get an answer 1, 2, 3.
Next pitch is in there for another strike, counts now 1-2, and especially after the Padres hitters went down 1, 2, 3 after throwing 43 pitches, he's got to be tired, and a lot of high-intensity pitches so far. Next pitch from him is swung on and missed by Abino. Bit of a sword there for the second out.
Yeah, Bino just wasn't sure if he really wanted to go after that one. That was well up and in, and just a little half chop swing at it, but went around for the strikeout, the second one of the day for Murillo.
Digging in the box now is Xander Bratspis. He doubled and scored in his first at-bat. Double still in air quotes. First pitch is in there for a strike. So two quick outs here for Murillo. Exactly what you want to see if you're head coach Matt Courtney. Next pitch is swung on and missed, and now Murillo's really found it.
Yeah, once again ahead in the count. That was his problem in the later half of that first inning, falling behind.
Next pitch is a bit of a waste pitch, up and in. Counts now 1-2. The 1-2 to Bratspis. Just misses. The whole infield took a step towards the dugout, but the catcher Matherson didn't catch that one clean.
Yeah, that's one there that could be borderline, but after a bad catch from Matherson, no shot you get that call.
Next pitch is fouled straight back by Bratspis. That was a big cut there in the 2-2 count, but twos are wild here. 2-2 with 2 outs and a 3-0 ball game in the bottom of the second. Murillo deals to Bratspis. Pitch is lined up the middle for a base hit. So good at bat there from Bratspis coming back in the count.
Yeah, nice job there from Bratspis. Got a fastball he could hit in a 2-strike count and laced it up the middle to improve him now to 2 for 2 on the day, even though it could easily be 1 for 2.
Digging in the box now is Alain Gomez. He grounded out to second as well in his first plate appearance in the top of the first, or bottom of the first, excuse me. Check on the runner on first, not in time. Ball gets away. Bratspis heading to second, and he'll get in standing. So another bad error for the Padres puts a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for Gomez.
Yeah, the defensive miscues so far have been hurting the Padres, and that pickoff to Ulm. Not sure if it bounced off the runner or his glove, but it got away from him, and he was able to move up.
Murillo deals. Ball's popped straight up. Let's see if the catcher has a play. He does, but he does not make it. As Matherson got a bit scared of the wall there, and the ball stayed in, but it'll just be a foul ball.
That would have been an interesting call if he did end up catching that, because I'm not sure if it hit one of the poles in the backstop or not, but he got pretty close to that wall, and Matherson couldn't make the play.
0-1 count on Gomez. So he'll try to pick up a 2-out RBI. Pitches an off speed, but misses high. Gomez been struggling a bit here recently, trying to knock the rust off. Next pitch is fouled straight back. He was all over that one.
Yeah, the foul ball straight back on a line are ones that you just miss. Those help the confidence as a hitter because you know you're seeing the ball well.
Counts 1-2 as Murillo deals to Gomez. Pitch misses way outside. Counts even at 2s. Gomez looking to come through for his SaberCats against the Padre pitcher Murillo. The 2-2 is dribbled over to first. Going to be a tough play. Ulm fields and just steps on the bag. So Ulm does it himself, and Murillo tosses up a 0, scores 3-0 as we head to the third.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
Welcome back to Saguaro High School, where we have action between the Saguaro SaberCats and the Marcos de Niza Padres. As leading off the top of the third will be the shortstop Nathan Durker, batting .231 on the season. Wachinski looking for another 1-2-3 inning. First pitch misses low.
Durker reminds me of a friend of mine, just all skin and bones up there.
Yeah, he's very slender to say the least. Rocking that number 5. Wanted time, is not granted. Pitch is in there for a strike, counts 1-1.
Me personally, I've never done that as a hitter. I don't really ask for time much, but that's got to throw you off as the guy begins his delivery.
1-1 pitch misses for a ball, counts 2-1. And yeah, it looks like he got that hand up in time, but home plate umpire did not grant it, and pitch was grooved right down the middle for a strike. Next pitch is swung on and missed. Counts 2-2.
Wachinski looking to keep this efficient start going and retire the lineup in order in the first 3 innings.
Next pitch misses outside, counts full. And Wachinski working against the bottom of the Padres lineup should hypothetically be the easiest to go 1-2-3 against, as he's already done it twice. Next pitch is dribbled down the third base line and gets foul. So we'll do it again at 3-2.
And Wachinski, you can tell he's got a lot of confidence in his slider today. I believe that's already the 3rd one we've seen in a full count situation. So that might be his go-to pitch.
Let's see where he goes with this one. Shakes off Gomez's first pitch. Next pitch is dribbled on to third. Going to be a tough play for Bond. Throw on to first. In time for the first out. So good pitch from Wachinski to get Durker out in front, and good play from Bond as he threw it over to the first baseman Miller for the first out.
Yeah, and once again came in with the slider, got the chopper to third, and Bond threw a little short of Miller, but a nice pickup there over at first. 7 up, 7 down for Wachinski.
Hitting 8th for the Padres is the pitcher Esteban Murillo, batting .143 on the season. He'll take first pitch for a ball. Wachinski gets it back and deals again. Ball's dribbled on to first. Good play by Miller. Wachinski gets over and beats him to the bag. So good defensive play from Miller, flashing the leather over there at first base, and good job from Wachinski getting over to cover the base.
Yeah, Wachinski did what Murillo, who coincidentally hit that ball to first base, didn't do, and was able to cover on his first baseman's diving stop and record his 8th consecutive out.
8 up, 8 down for Wachinski, as he's really dealing here so far. He'll now pitch to the 9-hole batter. First pitch is swung on and missed. It's Ramon Rodriguez. Rodriguez batting .125 this year. Next pitch misses for a ball, counts even at 1-1.
Rodrigo has some bright colors on himself at the dish. We're rocking pink batting gloves and a nice teal elbow guard.
Wachinski deals a slider in the dirt. Good take from Rodriguez, counts 2-1. Rodriguez playing third base, looking to get the Padres' first hit here this afternoon against the SaberCat pitcher Wachinski. Next pitch just misses low. Good frame from Gomez, but does not get the call.
Yeah, Gomez made that one look real nice, but the home plate umpire did not fall for it.
The 3-1 misses low again, and Wachinski walks the 9-hole, and he'll be the first base runner for the Padres here this afternoon.
The 9-hole guy ends up working the best at-bat so far we've seen from the Padres. Gets on, and let's see if that one comes back to bite Wachinski. They say 2-out walks will kill you. Let's see if it does.
Wachinski now deals to the leadoff hitter, Valles, who takes a slider in there for a strike. Valles grounded out to short in his first at-bat. He'll look to do some damage here with 2 outs after that walk. Pitch is swung on and dribbled to third again. He'll go the easy way for the 3rd out, does Bratspis. So not a 1-2-3 inning, but no damage done from the Padres as we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. Saguaro leads 3-0.
In 2019, the JV Sports Show podcast began with the idea of spotlighting young people in our community. In time, that podcast evolved into radio, television, and live stream, and through that evolution, new ideas have enhanced delivery, giving a stage to students both in front of and behind the microphone in Arizona and beyond. Thank you for supporting the Varsity Sports Show, now the Varsity Media Foundation, a 501c3 educational organization.
Welcome back to the ballpark as Kyle Miller will lead off for the SaberCats in the bottom of the third. Same pitcher on the mound for the Padres as Murillo. Like we said earlier, they need a little bit of length out of him after yesterday's game. He did a good job in that last inning.
We saw Miller flash the leather in the top half.
First pitch, check swing on over to short Durker. He's got to get rid of it, and he does not do it in time. So Miller will reach on an infield single as Durker took his time fielding that one. And the leadoff batter on for the SaberCats.
Looked like Durker had some trouble getting the ball out of his glove there. Not sure, but then Miller hustling all the way down the line after a little excuse me swing put in play and gets a knock.
Next up for the SaberCats is Claver. Check on the runner on first, Miller. Close play, but he's in there safe. Claver walked his first at bat. He also scored. First pitch to him is popped up. Third baseman Rodriguez has a play, and it pops out of his glove. So that would have been an easy out for the pitcher Murillo, but an error by the third baseman Rodriguez gives him new life.
Yeah, that one just clanked right off the palm there of Rodriguez. Not much wind. There has been some gusts today, but not much wind right now, and just couldn't haul it in.
So let's see what Claver can do with that new life. He swings and misses at the second pitch, counts 0-2. Claver just looking to get on any way he can. Murillo deals to him. Pitch is fouled back and into the crowd. Counts still 0-2.
The only acceptable outcome here is if you're Murillo, after that drop pop-up would be a double play, then you think, hey, at least I got 2 for 1.
Yeah, Murillo's certainly not happy with the defense behind him today so far. The 0-2 pitch is in the dirt. There goes the runner, Miller, no throw. Looked like a bit of a delayed steal, and it worked out to perfection.
Yeah, Matherson there blocked a ball that wasn't really in the dirt and just never had a shot to throw out the runner, Miller.
The 1-2 to Claver is fouled straight back. We'll do it again. Miller not usually known as a base stealer, but he gets one there. The lefty Claver in the box made it a bit easier on him. The 1-2 from Murillo is in the dirt. Good block there from Matheson to keep the runner at second.
Yeah, we saw Matherson have some troubles in the first inning with balls in the dirt getting to the backstop, but a nice block there.
2-2 pitch to Claver. Misses high. So now Claver's working the count like he did in his first at-bat. Let's see if he can work another walk.
Yeah, great job battling here from Claver to work it all the way back to full, put Murillo in another pressure situation.
Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. The payoff pitch is in the dirt. Ball gets away. There goes Miller to third. Claver will head down to first via the walk. Take a big turn, but he'll stay at first. So first and third here with nobody out, and Murillo is in trouble again. And the batter will be Gilligan, who singled his first at-bat. raised that 208 average. He'll now bat with runners on the corners here and nobody out against Murillo. Nobody in the bullpen for the Padres. First pitch, there goes the runner, no throw. So stolen base for Claver. And the SaberCats are running wild. And Murillo is now at 73 pitches here and 2+ innings. Next pitch to Gilligan's fouled straight back. Counts 1-1.
Yeah, Saguaro really making Murillo work. And it hasn't been easy either. Has a lot of action out on the base paths for him so far through 2+.
Next pitch misses outside. Counts now 2-1. So Padres go infield in here, trailing by 3 in the third. They realize that they need to stop the bleeding quick. Next pitch to Gilligan is at his chin, and he clubs one into right center field, and it gets down for a hit. Miller comes in to score. Claver will be held at third, as both runners wasn't sure if that one was going to drop, as Arroyo just kind of moseyed on over to it. But nonetheless, RBI single for Gilligan. SaberCats add a run, now leading 4-0 in the bottom of the third.
Pretty impressive swing to get to that one for Gilligan. As you said, pitch was around his neck area, and he was still able to get up there and go oppo with it even and dump it in front of the right fielder for an RBI knock.
Next batter for the SaberCats is Carter Bond. He walked in his first at-bat. First pitch to him is in the dirt. He'll work with runners on the corners. Let's see if third base coach Joe Mickey, third base coach and head coach Joe Mickey puts on another steal sign for Gilligan at first. Not going anywhere. Next pitch misses for a ball. Counts now 2-0.
And like you said, the Padres really need length out of Murillo, but closing in on that 80 pitch mark here already in the third inning.
There goes the runner Gilligan. Pitches perfectly drilled into right field, so Gilligan will go first to third. Carter Bond will pick himself up an RBI single on the beautiful hit and run.
Yeah, you couldn't draw up a hit and run better if you're a head coach. The runner takes off from first, draws the second baseman to the bag, and Bond hits it right to where the second baseman probably normally would be and picks up an RBI single, moving the guy all the way to third.
So first and third here again for the SaberCats as the 8-hole Chasen Neiman strides in. He struck out looking in his first at-bat. See if he can tack on some runs here in the third for the SaberCats. Check on the runner on first, not in time. And now Murillo's in a whole heap of trouble. 2 runs already home in the bottom of the third inning. First and third with nobody out. First pitch to Neiman misses. There goes the runner from first, and he's in there standing, no throw again. So it seems like the Padres haven't really worked on their first and thirds recently because the SaberCats are running all over them and there's no play.
Yeah, the only time we've seen a throw on one, it went all the way into center field.
Next pitch is fouled back. So go ahead.
And as I was saying before the hit and run earlier, like you said, the Padres need length from Murillo, but at 80 pitches now in the third, gotta wonder when the bullpen gets going.
The 1-1 count misses. Counts now 2-1. And yeah, I'm surprised that bullpen hasn't been going. Nobody's even really stirring for the Padres as infield's in here with nobody out again. Next pitch misses up, and Murillo definitely looks like he's feeling it a bit out there on the mound.
Yeah, a lot of high-stress pitches. Guys on in scoring position, really making them work.
Second and third here with nobody out. Next pitch to Neiman is fouled straight back. Counts now 3-2 with nobody out. So Gilligan on third, Bond on second with Neiman at the plate. Pitch is lined into left field. The left fielder, Fuerte, takes an awful route and it gets down, so Gilligan comes home, Bond comes home, Neiman into third. He'll head for the plate, and he is out. Trying to stretch a triple into a inside the park home run. Got a little greedy there, did Neiman. And I'm not even sure if we can call that a triple. That was a brutal play there from the left fielder, Fuerte.
Yeah, Fuerte in left hasn't looked comfortable all day, and once again takes a Brill in left, takes a horrible route, sprints in on a line drive that was probably right at him, and instead of just being a sac fly, but yeah, like you said, Neiman got a little greedy, went for the inside the Parker. Head coach Mickey was waving him around third the entire time, but he got hosed at the plate.
Yeah, Neiman just following the direction of his head coach. As we'll have a pitching change, so we'll be right back for more action in the bottom of the third.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Welcome back to Saguaro High School. Following the pitching change, the center fielder, Valles, will come into pitch. That's Jesus Valles will come into pitch, and the old pitcher, Murillo, will head to second. Second baseman, Abril, will head to short. And the shortstop, Durker, will head out to center field. So a bit of a line change for the Padres, as the batter for the SaberCats is Connor Hansen. First pitch to him was a strike. Second pitch misses for a ball. Counts 1-1.
The only good thing here for for Valles coming in is he has basically a clean inning, 1 out, nobody on. They are down 7-0 though.
Yeah, not the best position for Valles. At least he doesn't have anybody on. Next pitch to Hansen was dribbled down the third base line and got foul. So counts 1-2. And like you said, 1 out here after Neiman got thrown out at the plate trying to stretch a triple into an inside the park home run. Next pitch misses for a ball. But nonetheless, he drove in a couple. Scores now 7-0 in favor of the SaberCats. 2-2 count to Hansen. With 1 out in the bottom of the third, Valles deals a curveball, swung on and miss. Good pitch there from Valles just into the game.
Yeah, Valles came back with the curveball after it looked like the first one got away from him. Lost it over the head of Hansen, but a nice one there to get him way out in front on his front foot and retire the second out of the inning.
Back to the top of the lineup for the SaberCats. It's Taichi Abino. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out to second and a strikeout. First pitch to him is a curveball in the dirt, taken for a ball. So that 7 ERA for the Padres is basically holding true. Definitely some unearned runs here after some sloppy defense, some careless defense. Next pitch to Abino's in there for a strike. So it counts 1-1 with 2 outs. Next pitch is fouled into the seats.
Yeah, as you said, the 7 ERA. Obviously not all 7 earned runs so far today, but only in the third, so probably pushing around that same area.
And the SaberCats will look to put the mercy rule into effect here soon. Next pitch to Urbino misses just high. Mercy rule starts at 10 after 5. So a few more runs for the SaberCats and a few more outs. And the SaberCats will head home happy just like they did last night. The 2-2 from Vias is a curveball that misses. Urbino had to get out of the way. Counts now full.
Yeah, Saguaro trying to run the score up like they did the other day to get out of here a little sooner than everyone expected coming to the yard today.
Payoff pitch from Vias. Misses. So Urbino works a walk. And now Vias will have to pitch out of the stretch for the first time. Let's see how he fares against this top of the order. Now Xander Bratzfus digs in. He's 2 for 2 with a double, a single, and a run scored. See what he can do against Vias. First pitch. Misses in the dirt for a ball. Good catch there from Matherson. 1-0 count with 2 outs. There goes the runner from first. Pitch is in there for a strike, but runner gets down to second in Urbino, so that'll be a stolen base for him.
The throw almost got away there. Looked like the second baseman Murillo had some trouble with it. Might have even kicked off the runner, Urbino, but a nice backup there from Isaiah Abril.
Vias checks on the runner on second, now deals home and deals a strike, so he's ahead in the count 1-2 on Bratzfus. Vias trying to limit the damage here in the third. Padres need their bats to wake up on the other side. Next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. So good work there from Vias, coming in relief for the pitcher Murillo as he shuts the door and keeps the score where it's at, 7-0 as we head to the fourth.
Sports isn't just about highlights. It's about the grind, the passion, and the journey behind every play. I'm Chrissy Harrison, a junior at Texas Southern University, and I don't just watch sports. I bring their stories to life. From rising athletes to seasoned pros, I'm there asking the real questions, capturing the raw moments, and sharing the journey with you, on the field and behind the scenes. I bring excitement to Varsity Sports Show. This is just the beginning. Stay locked in. We're just getting started.
Welcome back to Scottsdale, Arizona, where Wachinski's out for his 4th inning of work. He's doing a great job so far.
Yeah, Wachinski really pounding the zone, getting ahead of hitters, being efficient with his pitches, and working quickly.
First pitch to the Padre 2-hole hitter Arroyo misses. Arroyo struck out his first at-bat. Wachinski deals the next pitch that hits Arroyo, so Arroyo will head down to first base.
And I was going to say about Arroyo, he's been swinging a hot stick so far this season, leading the Padres with 5 homers on the year, but doesn't get the chance there as he takes one. It looked like just off the jersey.
Yeah, not a bad spot to get hit for Arroyo. Didn't look like it affected him much. Now Medina will stride in for the Padres. First pitch to him is dribbled. Third baseman Bond has a play, throws on to first, but pulls the first baseman Miller off the bag. So that'll be an error on Bond, as the Padres now have first and second here with nobody out in the fourth.
Yeah, it looked like some nice communication actually there from Saguaro. The third baseman, Bond, able to call off Wachinski, field it, but just couldn't quite make a good enough throw as Miller just pulled his foot off the bag.
Next batter is the catcher Matherson. Now Wachinski in unfamiliar territory. First and second with nobody out here in the top of the fourth. First pitch to Matherson was a ball. Counts 1-0. Wachinski's next pitch misses outside. Counts now 2-0. You don't want to load the bases with 2 free bases and an error. That would be frustrating stuff if you're Coach Mickey.
Yeah, Wachinski, like you said, hasn't been in this situation all day. We'll see how he works out of it.
Wachinski misses again outside, so he's lost the feel of the zone here against the 4-hole Matherson. Doubt Matherson will have the green light here. He shows bunt, and Wachinski looked like he threw a pitch right down the middle, but apparently it missed, and Gomez has a conversation with home plate umpire, but nonetheless, he walks the bases loaded, and now Coach Mickey will come have a talk with Wachinski. And all of a sudden, it's bases loaded, nobody out here in the fourth. This is exactly what you need for the Padres, but all of a sudden, it's spiraled out of control for Wachinski, who was dealing.
Yeah, for the Padres, just trying to manufacture something here. Nothing put in play hard so far this inning. A hit by pitch, an E5, and a walk. But they found themselves with the bases loaded, nobody out, trying to chip away at this deficit.
So nobody on here, as Abril will stride in after this mound visit as home plate umpire takes a slow walk out there, and he'll come break it up. Coach Mickey will have a word with him on where that last pitch missed. I'd love to know the explanation for that one because I don't think home plate umpire has a good one.
Yeah, that one looked rather over the heart of the plate from our angle. Obviously, we are slightly behind one of the lines, but not much of an excuse for missing that pitch.
So as I said, Abril will dig in. First pitch to him's a slider in there for a strike. Good pitch there from Wachinski to get ahead.
And when Wachinski goes back to the windup, this is where he's been working well all day. So let's see if he can keep that going.
Next pitch to Abril. Looked like another slider, maybe a cutter in there for strike 2. Counts 0-2, so Wachinski way ahead.
Not sure if that pitch was called a strike or on the swing. Either way, 0-2.
Next pitch, another one. Dribbled down the line. Good fight there from Abril. Abril, who started the day at second base, moved over to shortstop after the pitching change, will look to answer back some of those SaberCats runs put up in the bottom of the first and the bottom of the third. Next pitch from Wachinski is drilled down the right field line. It'll drop. This should score 2. And throw behind the runner at first as Abril was caught napping after he poked an RBI, 2 RBI single. He's nabbed at first base, and it looks like Coach Matt Courtney will ask for some help. A lot going on that play.
Yeah, Brill picks up the first knock on the day for the Padres. Just a nice little flare over the first baseman as he looked like they had the corners in there for the SaberCats, but got it over the head, drives in 2, but then gets back picked at first as he took too wide of a turn. And Wachinski gets the first out.
So a bit of a break for Wachinski as the first pitch is a ball. Next pitch to Olmos is another ball, counts 2-0. So 2 runs for the Padres, answering those SaberCats runs. Still down 7-2 here in the fourth. Next pitch is fouled on a bit of a check swing. Counts now 2-1.
I think Olmos was the one that came into play left field in the last inning who got that very poor read on the ball that ended up being a triple, nearly an inside the Parker.
Next pitch misses, counts now 3-1. So Wachinski lost the feel of the zone here in the fourth. Hit a guy, a walk, and possibly a second walk here upcoming. Counts 3-1. The next pitch, slider in the dirt, gets him swinging. Counts now 3-2, and that would have been ball 4.
Yeah, that one. You start second guessing yourself as a hitter when you chase a ball that far from the zone in a 3-1 hitter's count.
Next pitch is swung on and missed. Beautiful pitch there from Wachinski to retire almost for the second out.
And they're almost just, he took himself off the base paths, really. Chased a terrible pitch, 3-1, and then a beauty in that 3-2 count from Wachinski to sit him down.
Now Nathan Durker will step up to the plate. He grounded out to third base, his first at-bat. See what he does in his second at-bat here against Wachinski. First pitch misses. So runner on third with 2 outs for Durker. Couple runs here home for the Padres. Next pitch is in there for a strike.
And if Wachinski gets out of this inning with no more damage, he might have to go thank a Brill after he got back picked at first to really get this things going the other way.
Next pitch is a slider that gets away from Gomez. And the run comes home. That was Ethan Dominguez, who was pinch running for the catcher Matherson, who walked. So another run comes home for the SaberCats as the ball got away from Gomez. And now Durker will hit with nobody on and 2 outs.
Been sloppy play on the other side of the ball a lot so far today, but some from the SaberCats here this inning have gotten the Padres back in this game.
Certainly what the Padres needed in this fourth inning. They were staring at a 7-run deficit, now a 4-run deficit. So the next pitch misses for a ball, counts full with 2 outs. So Durker will try to find any way on and keep the rally going for the Padres. Next pitch from Wachinski is swung on and missed. That was another slider as Durker set down, but not before the Padres put 3 runs across the board. They answer, now trailing 7-3 as we head to the bottom of the fourth.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
Welcome back to Saguaro High School, where we have a region matchup between the Marcos de Niza Padres and the Saguaro SaberCats. Padres answered with 3 runs in the top of the fourth. Still trail 7-3, however, as Valles will work with Matherson now. And he'll deal to Gomez to start this inning. First pitch. Misses just outside, counts 1-0.
Valles looking for a quick inning here. The bats finally got going for Marcos de Niza, so trying to get them back up at the dish to try and cut away at the 4-run deficit once again.
Next pitch to Gomez, misses outside. Gomez is 0 for 2 with a ground out to second and a ground out to first. So he'll try to get him started here. Next pitch is drilled into left center field. That'll get down. Gomez heads for second and strides in there with a stand-up double as he gives a little celly. So he'll start the SaberCats off with a leadoff double here in the bottom of the fourth and try to get those runs right back.
Yeah, just a nice piece there from Gomez. Gets a little inside-out swing, tails well away from the center field Durker. One hops up against the wall, and an easy extra base knock to lead off this inning as the SaberCats look to answer the 3 spot.
Yeah, it looked like off the bat, center fielder Durker might have a play, but that ball just kept tailing and carrying into that left center field gap. And like you said, one hopped off the wall, and it'll be a stand-up double for Gomez to get the SaberCats started here in the bottom of the 4th. Next batter is Kyle Miller. First pitch misses outside. Miller's 2 for 2 with 2 singles and 2 runs scored, and a nice play over there at first base in the earlier innings. He'll try to score that runner from second. There he goes to third, and he's in there standing as Vias threw a pitch in the dirt.
Yeah, that's pinch runner Kingston Center, I believe, who was on the move on the pitch, and the fastball in the dirt had him easily in first stolen base.
Padres infield comes in, so hard hit ball will get the job done for Miller as he hits one off the end of the bat down the first base line, but foul. Miller ahead in the count, 2-1, looking to get that run home from third against Vias. Next pitch is lined into left field. Tagging his center from third. Here he comes. The throw from almost not in time, as Kingston Center is the pinch runner for Gomez, is in there standing, and Kyle Miller will get himself a sac fly and an RBI.
Almost that time. Got behind that one pretty well. Came up firing, but the third baseman cut it off, and there was really no play at the plate. Center in there easily.
So first out for Vias. But the SaberCats answer those 3 runs in the top half of the 4th with a run of their own in the bottom half. Possibly more to come for the SaberCats. First pitch to Claver misses for a ball. Next pitch misses upstairs, counts 2-0. Claver is 0 for 0 with 2 walks and 2 runs scored. He's been working the count well, seeing it well. Next pitch is fouled out of play. Counts 2-1. Landed closer than I thought.
Yeah, that one was over by us, just over our head.
Claver with a wobbly stance will take a third ball and look to work his 3rd walk of the day.
Yeah, so far been an on-base machine today. Let's see if he can keep that streak going.
Next pitch is in the dirt from Vias. So that'll be ball 4 for Claver as he works his 3rd walk of the day. And he's really seeing it well and putting our next batter for the SaberCats, Carter Bond, into some good situations. He's 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. First pitch to Gilligan is drilled into center field. Durker is under it and retires Gilligan for the 2nd out. So 2 outs here for Vias in the bottom of the 4th, as it was a good swing from Gilligan, but it found a glove.
Yeah, attacked the first pitch. Another one that looked rather high, but those have been the swings he's liked so far today. Hit that one well, just a lot of room out to center field.
Now my guy Carter Bond will stride into the dish. He's 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. First pitch swinging, pop fly behind second base. Second baseman Murillo, the former pitcher, makes the play for the 3rd out. So a run scores for the SaberCats, but good quick work from Vias as we head to the 5th.
In 2019, the JV Sports Show podcast began with the idea of spotlighting young people in our community. In time, that podcast evolved into radio, television, and live stream, and through that evolution, new ideas have enhanced delivery, giving a stage to students both in front of and behind the microphone in Arizona and beyond. Thank you for supporting the Varsity Sports Show, now the Varsity Media Foundation, a 501c3 educational organization.
Welcome back to Saguaro High School, where new pitcher in the game for the SaberCats is A.J. Busseri.
Going from lefty to lefty are the SaberCats. Not giving him a different look with Busseri. But he does have a lower arm slot, thrown from about 3/4 angle.
Busseri with a 6.46 ERA so far this season. He'll have an 8-3 lead as the first pitch to Murillo misses low for a ball. And Busseri's got to be telling himself, let's just throw strikes with that 5-run lead, let the defense work. Next pitch is swung on and missed for Murillo. Counts 1-1.
Yeah, his warm-up, he was looking a little wild, so hopefully he can calm himself down, get back in the zone. Walks are one of the few things that'll hurt you right now.
Next pitch misses outside, counts 2-1. And yeah, like you said, walks and errors are pretty much the only thing that can get the Padres back in this game. They haven't been swinging it well so far. Next pitch is in there for a strike. Ball was dropped from Gomez, but it was right over the heart of the plate. So Busseri in a 2-2 count with Murillo. See where he goes here. The next pitch is in there for strike 3. Not sure what Murillo was looking for there, but Busseri caught him looking for the first out.
Yeah, Murillo just up there window shopping that at-bat. Stares at one over the heart of the plate, it seemed, for the backwards K.
Next batter is Ramon Rodriguez. He walked his first at bat, trying to flip the lineup over here against Busseri. First pitch misses outside. Rodriguez with a 125 average coming into this game. Next pitch from Busseri is in there for a strike, counts 1-1.
Busseri hasn't got ahead of either guy, but after the first pitch ball has fired one back in there to even it up.
Next pitch from Busseri is lined into the dugout. Look out in the Padres dugout. Didn't look like it hit anybody, just gave a couple of heart attacks.
Yeah, a few guys went diving out of the way there. The Padre dugout nearly caught a piece of the starting pitcher Murillo, who's just retired.
Next pitch is dribbled on over to short. Bratspis has a play, looks in his glove, doesn't get rid of it in time, but he does. Good stretch there from Miller at first, as Bratspis had a tough play, took his time. Nonetheless, Rodriguez is retired for the second out.
Yeah, it looks like Bratspis had some trouble pulling it out of the glove. Thought Rodriguez might be able to beat that one out, but no avail as he is the second out of this top half of the fifth.
Good stretch from the first baseman Miller to receive that ball a little quicker. Next batter's the pitcher, Jesus Valles. Busseri deals a strike to him. Busseri working quick here, looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Next pitch is in the dirt for a ball. Valles looking to help himself out. He's 0 for 2 so far. Grounded out to short both times. One of them was a fielder's choice. Next pitch is lined down the right field line and foul.
Valles all over that one. Got a nice swing off there, ripped it, but just tailed. Down the right field line, foul.
Busseri way ahead in the count, 1-2. Let's see where he goes here. Pitch to Valles is way outside. Counts 2-2.
Busseri looking to match Wachinski and have a 1-2-3 inning in his first inning of work.
Next pitch from Busseri. Off-speed pitch, just misses the outside corner. Counts full.
That's one where it's always a dangerous take. Never know if the home plate umpire is going to ring you up.
Next pitch is swung on and missed. Big swing there from Valles, but better pitch from Busseri as he walks off the mound after a 1-2-3 inning. Score holds 8-3 as we head to the bottom half of the fifth.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Welcome back. I'm Will Case alongside Connor Palak here for the bottom of the fifth. Chasen Neiman had it right the first time. Chasen Neiman will stride in. The 8-hole is 1 for 2. Struck out looking in his first at-bat and tripled in his second at-bat. Was out trying to advance at the plate. He'll take his first at-bat against Valles, who's done a pretty good job coming in here for Murillo.
Yeah, he limited damage last inning, only allowed 1 run after the leadoff double. But other than that, some pretty good work from Valles.
So Neiman fouls the first pitch back, and Neiman and Hansen will try to get the line moving for the SaberCats as they'll try to put up 5 here in the bottom of the fifth and put that mercy rule into effect, leading 8-3. Next pitch to Neiman misses for a ball, counts 1-1.
Yeah, Saguaro looking for a repeat of the score yesterday, get another 13-3 win.
Next pitch from Valles is outside, counts 2-1. SaberCats certainly looking to save some arms and get out of here in 5. Next pitch is outside again, counts 3-1, so hitters count for Neiman. Valles kicks and deals. Dribbler from Neiman onto second base, Murillo. Tough play, throws it on to first, not in time. Took a bit of a funky hop there on Murillo, and Neiman reaches on a single.
Yeah, nothing Murillo could really do about that one. That took a really awkward hop there on the second bounce. Almost went over his head into the outfield. He was able to snag it, but he really didn't have a shot after he had to jump and corral it.
Now hitting for the SaberCats is Connor Hansen. He's 0 for 2 with a pop out to shortstop and a strikeout. First pitch he sees is inside, but gets called a strike for strike 1.
Yeah, Hansen backed up off the plate, but the home plate umpire still called it strike 1.
Neiman at first, there he goes. Swung on and missed by Hansen. Throw down to second, not in time. Awkward slide from Neiman, but he'll get a stolen base. So runner in scoring position for the 9-hole Hansen.
Looked like Coach Mickey was trying to get another hit and run going there. They've already had that working today.
0-2 count on Hansen. Curveball gets away from the catcher Matherson. There goes Neiman to third. So stolen base and a pass ball. And all of a sudden, Neiman's standing at third base with nobody out.
Yeah, Neiman coming out of the A-hole. Pretty good job here. Getting a leadoff knock and manufacturing himself all the way over to third base with still nobody retired.
Let's see if Hansen can bring that run home. Infield in for the Padres. Valles deals. Another pitch in the dirt. Ball gets away from Matherson. Going to be a close play at the plate. And he's in there. As Neiman didn't even slide. Ball got a little further away than I thought initially. Right off the catcher's mask. That was Matherson. And another run for the SaberCats as Neiman comes in to score on a stolen base, a pass ball, and a wild pitch. So we saw it all here.
Yeah, Neiman tried to show off his wheels last time, going for the inside the Parker, and there he did.
Next pitch to Hansen, fly down the right field line. That'll get down. Hansen will turn for 2, and he'll come for 3. So a stand-up triple for Hansen to keep the line moving here in the bottom of the 5th for the SaberCats after a not great read from the right fielder Arroyo and more sloppy play from the Padres, but it will go down as a double.
Yeah, Arroyo looked like he got not the greatest read off the bat, didn't really start heading down the line for it right away, and then it was out of his reach, and he continued 4 more steps after it got by him. So Hansen able to advance to 3rd.
Bino now up. He'll see first pitch ball, and Hansen just hit a sky-high fly down the right field line, and it found grass, and he found his way to 3rd base with nobody out. Now Bino will try to get the job done. He gets drilled right in the middle of the back. So decent place to get hit, but Abino won't be happy about that one. He'll be happy he's on first base, though.
Yeah, Bino lives up to his name and gets beaned, finds his way down to 1st. Still nobody out. Like we said, they're searching for that 5 spot to get out of here early, and they're on their way to it right now.
Brathwaite will look to pass the bat. He's 2 for 3 with a double, a single, a strikeout, and a run scored. His 4th plate appearance in this game against Valles. Ball's drilled into left field. The left fielder almost has a play. Tagging from 3rd is the runner, Hansen, and he's in standing. So good job from Brathwaite getting the sac fly and bringing home Hansen for the 2nd run of this inning. Scores now 10-3.
Yeah, Brathwaite looked like he was just maybe a little bit out in front on that one. Got a solid piece of it, but it was a routine fly ball for the left fielder almost, but there was no way he was getting Hansen at the plate there, and they just fired it into the infield, holding Abino at 1st.
Gomez strides in. He doubled his last at-bat. Abino on 1st. Speedy guy. Let's see if he takes off on Valles. Valles checks on him, almost throws it away. So SaberCats looking for 3 more runs here in the bottom of the 5th. Gomez will try to pass the bat to Miller. Or excuse me, looks like Bentley Elrod will be on deck. So it looks like Miller's day will be done at first base. Next pitch to Gomez is lined down the right field line. That'll be a hit. Abino goes 1st to 3rd as Gomez picks up a single and keeps the line moving.
An absolute rip there from Gomez. His last 2 at-bats just barreled the ball. And the first baseman, Olm, didn't even look like he was ready for that one to come his way, as it was by him before he reacted.
So like I said, pinch hitter in the game is number 25, Bentley Elrod. He'll hit for the first baseman, Kyle Miller, whose day is done. He was 2 for 2 with 2 singles, 2 runs scored, and a sac fly in his last at-bat. So now Elrod takes over with runners on 1st and 3rd with only 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. And he'll be the winning run. Valles deals to him, pitches in the dirt. Good block there from Matherson to keep the runners at 1st and 3rd. Pinch runner for the catcher, Gomez, is Sinner. Pitch to Elrod is popped foul. First baseman has a play, and that's Olm as he retires Elrod for the 2nd out. And that's frustrating stuff if you're Coach Mickey.
Yeah, at least try to get a job done there, get somebody in. Instead, you pop out and foul ground. I was going to say about Elrod before he got retired. Quite the hooper. We've seen him this year knocking down 3s for the Saguaro basketball team.
Another pinch runner. There goes the runner from 2nd. No throw as Sinner's upstanding at 2nd. Another pinch hitter in the game is Brick Schultz. He's batting 71 on the year, so looking to turn his season around. Next pitch misses for a ball, counts 1-1. Runners now on 2nd and 3rd here with 2 outs. Schultz looking for a big 2-out RBI knock. The 1-1 pitch from Valles is in there for a strike, and now Schultz is in a hole, 1-2.
And if you're Schultz, when your average gets this low, you're just looking for anything, any air, any quail into the outfield, just to get the confidence going.
Next pitch to Schultz is swung on and missed, strike 3. So Valles sets down Schultz for the 3rd out, but not before the SaberCats bring home 2, and the score is now 10-3 as we head to the 6th.
Sports isn't just about highlights. It's about the grind, the passion, and the journey behind every play. I'm Chrissy Harrison, a junior at Texas Southern University, and I don't just watch sports. I bring their stories to life. From rising athletes to seasoned pros, I'm there asking the real questions, capturing the raw moments, and sharing the journey with you, on the field and behind the scenes. I bring excitement to Varsity Sports Show. This is just the beginning. Stay locked in. We're just getting started.
Welcome back to the ballpark as Busseri's out for his 2nd inning of work. SaberCats were unable to put the mercy rule into effect last inning. They'll try to throw up a 0 and then get 3 runs this inning in the 6th. Busseri will try to keep the deficit where it's at. First pitch to Arroyo is in there for a strike. Arroyo got hit by a pitch his last at-bat and came around to score. Busseri deals to him. Pitch is just inside, counts even at 1-1.
That one just missed. Another good frame from the catcher Gomez, but was unable to get ahead 0-2.
So Kyle Miller will re-enter the game back at first base. Bentley Elrod hit for him in the bottom of the 5th. 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed by Arroyo. Good pitch there from Busseri, Adam fooled.
Yeah, not sure if that was even an off-speed. Might have just been a 2-seamer or a sinker in the dirt, but Arroyo got over-aggressive and chased it.
2-2 pitch. There's a curveball in the dirt. Good block from Gomez and good take from Arroyo. Counts full. So Busseri doesn't want to walk the leadoff guy here in the 6th. Next pitch. Little flare that finds behind the second base bag. Throw from Bratspis is high. Good catch there from Miller to save any advancement, but that'll be a single for Arroyo.
Yeah, really no play there for the shortstop Bratspis. Honestly, surprised he even threw it at first. It was a dangerous one, almost got away, but Miller able to jump up and snag it to hold Arroyo to just a single.
Medina up next for the Padres. Not sure what that was, but Busseri checked on the runner on first.
Yeah, a little awkward, just step off, lob to first base.
First pitch to Medina is in there for a strike. Good frame from Gomez to buy Busseri strike 1.
Yeah, Gomez has been working back there all day on those frame jobs. Gotten a few of them, including that last pitch.
Next pitch misses for a ball, counts 1-1. So runner on first is Arroyo. And hitter is Medina. Next pitch is dribbled to third. Bond's going to have a tough play. Could have gone to second, but he goes to first for the easy out. Check on the runner on second. He's in there on the bag. So first out for the SaberCats here in the top of the sixth as Busseri gets Medina to ground out to third. But runner Arroyo moves up to second with only one out.
Almost a replay there of Medina's last at-bat. Chopped that last one to third, but Bond made a throwing error this time. Fields cleanly fires to first for the first out of this top of the sixth.
Matherson now in the box for the Padres. First pitch from Busseri is a curveball in there for a strike. Matherson is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Busseri will try to keep the lead where it's at. Next pitch just misses for a ball. Counts 2-1.
Good miss there from Busseri. Thought he might have got ahead 0-2, but home plate umpire claims otherwise.
Next pitch is lined down the right field line, foul. So one out here in the top of the sixth. Busseri looking for another ground ball or possibly even a strikeout with 2 strikes in the count. Next pitch is skied into center field. Back goes the center fielder, Neiman, as he was playing super in. Tagging is the runner from second, Arroyo. He'll get into third, as that looked like just a lazy fly ball, but Neiman had to go chasing after that one.
Yeah, and as you said, Neiman playing really shallow there and sent him all the way back a few steps in front of the warning track. Looked like he had to run a mile, though, since he was playing so shallow.
Abril digs into the box now with 2 outs and a runner on third base. He'll try to scratch across a run for the Padres. Busseri's first pitch is in there for a strike. That was the curveball.
Abril, one of only 2 hitters so far today with a knock for the Padres.
As next pitch does not count. It's a balk from Busseri, and that'll bring a run home. So Arroyo comes in to score for the second time. He's got 2 out of the Padres' 4 runs.
Shake it off. Go get this kid.
As Abril saw a strike there, but count is still 0-1 as the pitcher Busseri balked. Next pitch misses, counts 1-1, and like you said, last at bat, Abril had a 2 RBI single, was caught napping at first on the back pick. Could have been an even bigger inning for the Padres, but put a little nail in the road. Next pitch does the same thing he did his last at bat and lines a ball down the right field line. He'll turn and head for 2. And Abril is in there standing. So a 2-out knock from Abril, which would have scored that runner from third anyways. Good piece of hitting there from Abril.
And Abril, once again, hits a line drive down the right field line. This one hit a lot more solid than the last one. That one goes all the way down in the corner. The right fielder, Connor Hansen, had some trouble with it up against the fence, but Abril wasn't paying attention, just stops at second when he could have had a chance at 3.
Nonetheless, runner in scoring position with 2 outs for Olmos. He struck out in his first at bat last time up. First pitch misses just outside. And Busseri's not too happy with home plate umpire right now. Probably not happy with the field umpire either after that balk call.
Yeah, I was going to say, probably not a fan of either one right now.
Next pitch is in the dirt. Misses for a ball. Counts to 2-0. So Padres have a little fight in them. They keep chipping away, chipping back at that SaberCats lead. If only they could get it done on the defensive end. Next pitch is swung on and missed by Olmos. Let's see if they can add on another here with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Any way to avoid that mercy rule. Next pitch from Busseri. He's in there for a strike. Counts even at 2.
Busseri looking to send the SaberCats back into the dugout to try to get the bats going to get the mercy.
Next pitch is way outside. Gomez looked like he was going to throw down to second there, but did not. We've seen that a lot from him this season. Nonetheless, counts full with 2 outs. Dusari should come right after him here. Only 3 hits for the Padres so far. Next pitch is sky high into right center field. The right fielder, Hansen, is going to call it, and he'll make the play for the 3rd out. So Padres get a run in the 6th. We'll head to the bottom half to see if the SaberCats can answer.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
Welcome back. Another pinch hitter in the game for the SaberCats is Jake Babcock. He's batting a whopping 0 so far.
And these next couple of guys we got coming up, a couple of pinch hitters for the SaberCats, both rocking interesting looks to say the least. Babcock with the pants all the way up over the knees, becoming more popular nowadays.
Still not my style.
No.
And we'll talk about Jacoby when he comes up to the plate, but for right now, Babcock will face Vias, who's still in the game. First pitch is in the dirt and gets to the backstop, ball 1.
Well, we did say that the Padres needed guys to eat up innings, and Vias thrown 50 pitches so far in relief after a long outing for Murillo, even though he didn't go very far into the game.
Next pitch to Babcock is in there for a strike, and he does one of my baseball pet peeves of shaking his head yes to a strike. And it's like, are you happy you get called a strike, or what's the deal?
I'm okay for maybe just one nod, but if you bobblehead it, it's a little over the top.
I agree. Next pitch misses for a ball, counts 2-1. Next pitch to Babcock is fouled straight back, counts now 2-2.
Babcock took a big rip of that one, but just fouled it straight back.
He'll try to get the SaberCats started here in the bottom of the 6th. Next pitch is inside. Babcock had to get out of the way of that one. Counts now full.
Looked like a pretty decent curveball from Vias, just missed off the inside corner. Had Babcock fooled, ducking out of the way, but still ball 3 nonetheless.
Next pitch to Babcock is fouled back again. We'll do it again. So now Vias, 2 2/3 innings of work, only 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. So good job coming in after Murillo, who only threw 2 1/3 and gave up 8 hits and 7 runs. Next pitch to Babcock is looped into right field for a base hit. Babcock raises his 0 average, and the dugout is loving it. That'll be his first hit on the year. A little bloop single to right.
Yeah, Babcock just, I wouldn't even say muscles that one over the second baseman, just flares it over him. And picks up his first hit on deep into the season.
Next batter for the SaberCats with another interesting look is number 21, Henry Jacoby. Jacoby batting 185 this season, rocking a double C flap. He is a pinch hitter. He drills one into right field. Right fielder Arroyo is right under it for the first out. And if it were me, I'd just get 2 helmets. But
Yeah. This double C flap is not a good look. It's got to be hard to see out of that thing, too. Just get another helmet. They're not as expensive as they have been in the past, but all to each their own, I guess.
nonetheless, Jacoby puts a good swing on a ball, and ball gets away from the first baseman on the back pick from the catcher, so Babcock will head to second. But Jacoby put a good swing on the ball, lines out to right field as another pinch hitter will be Davis Diller. Diller rocking the number 3, batting 176 on the year so far. With that open stance, hands are way back. Vias deals to him.
Yeah, very spread out everywhere really in the box. Feet wide, hands already in like a load position before the pitcher even comes set.
So counts 1-1 on Diller with a runner on second and 1 out. Next pitch to him misses, gets away from the catcher Matherson. That'll be a pass ball as Babcock heads to third.
Matherson tried too hard there to frame that one up on the outside corner. Ends up ticking off the edge of his glove, getting by to move Babcock to third.
So now Diller will try to get a job done and extend that SaberCats lead, put a little padding on it as they'll head to the 7th here soon. Next pitch from Vias is lined into right field. That'll get down. Not a great read from the runner at third base, Babcock, but he comes in to score on the RBI single from Diller. So a couple of pinch hitters getting the job done here.
Yeah, these guys trying to push more runs across and extend this lead as Diller just pretty similar to what Babcock did, just loops one in front of the right fielder Arroyo, scores Babcock as he went back to tag.
Now the SaberCats will send another pinch hitter to the plate. It'll be number 2, Cam Friedman. Or no, excuse me, this is Pierce Harrington, another basketball star, along with Bentley Elrod. As the 0-1 pitch to him is in there for strike 2.
A couple guys that started for the SaberCats in the basketball playoffs this year also find their way to the baseball diamond.
Next pitch is swung on and missed by Harrington. And he goes down swinging for the second out. So Vias makes quick work of the pinch hitter Harrington, who we want to say is not on our roster. So we got his name wrong originally, but just from him playing basketball, we recognized him. But nonetheless, a second out for Vias here in the bottom of the 6th. Now up is the leadoff hitter, Abino. First pitch to him is inside. He had to get out of the way. So 11-4 here in favor of the SaberCats over the Padres. Runner on first base with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Vias still on the mound, dealing to Abino. Counts 2-0 with 2 outs.
Abino, the first starter we've seen in a while, getting his 5th plate appearance now.
Abino 0 for 2 with a walk and a hit by pitch. Swings and misses at the 2-0 pitch. Counts 2-1. Diller at first base. Vias will deal his 68th pitch, and it hits Abino in not a great spot. So Abino gets hit again. Don't think there's any intention behind that, but just unfortunate stuff for Abino as he gets drilled for the second time and right in the elbow.
Yeah, that's one of the worst spots to get hit. You see a lot of guys wearing elbow guards nowadays. Abino, not one of them. The one to the back, it still stings, but that one gives you dead arm and really leaves a mark.
Looks like he'll stay in the game, head down to first base. Now another pinch hitter in the game is Ryan Heskett. Heskett also batting 0 so far this season, rocking the number 13. He'll bat with runners on first and second and 2 outs as Abino still feeling it down there at first base. Now Vyas just looking to get out of the inning. First pitch is up and in. Vyas does not want to face Gomez with the bases loaded, or even worse, a worse score. Scores 11-4. Next pitch is inside again. Vyas lost the feel of the zone.
Yeah, I got to get back in there, try to hold the deficit where it's at, not allow this game to finish here in the 6th. Get your team one last shot at it, and top of the 7th.
Next pitch is in the dirt. Good pick for Matherson to keep the runners where they are. Count does move to 3-0. And now Heskett, who just into the game, might not even get to see a pitch that's remotely close. And he swings 3-0 and drills a ball down the line. Surprised to see that from Heskett, but he jumped all over that ball and hooked it foul.
Ironically, I think that one probably would have missed high for ball 4, but Heskett, getting his opportunity here, didn't want to just go away on 4 pitches, takes a rip, and puts a nice swing on it, but fouls it off.
Next pitch to Heskett is in the dirt for ball 4. So Vyas loads the bases up for Gomez, who has 2 hits in his last 2 at-bats. He's 2 for 4 on the day. Really stung his last one, and he could end this game with 1 swing of the bat, winning run on first base. SaberCats lead 11-4. See what Gomez does here against Vyas. First pitch in the dirt. Good block from Matherson. Diller stays at third base as it goes up the third base line.
Yeah, no point to really risk a send there for Coach Joe Mickey. Just hold him up at third, let your best hitter work at the plate.
Let's see what Gomez got here. Gomez in the 3-hole, looking to do some major damage. Trying to make sure Kyle Miller doesn't even get in that bat. Next pitch misses inside. That one was close. Vyas takes a stare and asking, where'd that one miss? Not sure if he agrees with the answer he got. Nonetheless, counts 2-0 on Gomez with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Next pitch, curveball, gets the call on that one. Counts now 2-1.
Gomez being patient, looking for his pitch, seen a few off speeds this at bat. Looking for a straight one that he can get the barrel to.
2-1 pitch to Gomez. Is straight and drilled to second base. Gets past the second baseman. Here comes Diller. Here comes Abino. Haskett goes to third. It's an RBI single for Alain Gomez, who has really found it in his last 3 plate appearances. And now the SaberCats smell blood with that winning run at third base.
Yeah, just Gomez in his last 3 at-bats really found his swing, got that gapper. Little Oppo Taco in his 3rd plate appearance, and then the last 2 ripped through the right side of the infield. That one for a couple RBIs.
And some great hitting from the SaberCats here this afternoon. 13 runs, matching their total from yesterday against these Padres. Will look to push across that 14th run and send their fans home happy. First pitch to Miller is skied into right field. Arroyo has a play. So this game gets extended to the 7th inning as Miller jumped all over the first pitch, but lines out to right field. And we'll head to the 7th, where the SaberCats need 3 outs to win this one.
In 2019, the JV Sports Show podcast began with the idea of spotlighting young people in our community. In time, that podcast evolved into radio, television, and live stream, and through that evolution, new ideas have enhanced delivery, giving a stage to students both in front of and behind the microphone in Arizona and beyond. Thank you for supporting the Varsity Sports Show, now the Varsity Media Foundation, a 501c3 educational organization.
Welcome back to Saguaro High School in Scottsdale, Arizona, where we have action from the top of the 7th. SaberCats lead 13-4. New pitcher in the game is Dario Lobianco. He tabs a 3.05 ERA so far this season. He will face the middle of the end of the Padres order. 7-hole Durker strides in, fouls the first pitch off. Counts 0-1.
And if you're a Padre hitter right now, obviously, you know, the comeback is probably out of the question, down by 9 here entering the 7th, but you just want to put up a quality at bat, keep the confidence you have, find a nice swing.
Next pitch to Durker is swung on and missed. Good pitch there from Lobianco. He's way ahead in the count. So good, couple of good outings from SaberCats pitchers. Wachinski started us off. Next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3 as Lobianco mows down Durker for the first out. And a couple of good pitching performances. Nate Wachinski started us off for the SaberCats. He went 4 innings, gave up only 1 hit, 3 runs, and only 1 of them were earned. 2 walks to 5 strikeouts. And then A.J. Busseri came in on his relief through 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned, no walks, 2 strikeouts, and now Lobianco will deal in the 7th. He's got 1 out via the strikeout so far. First pitch to Ethan Dominguez, misses for a ball. Dominguez fresh in the game. Sees another ball. Way ahead in the count, 2-0.
Yeah, Dominguez here with his first at-bat. Tough situation to come in, trailing by this much, but just try to find a way on. The least you can do.
Dominguez batting .286 so far. Look to raise that against Lobianco. Fouls one off to the right side. Counts 2-1. Lobianco comes set. He'll kick and deal. Swung on and missed from Dominguez. He was a bit out in front on that one.
Yeah, head on the fastball. Not sure what else you're looking for. It's the hardest pitch you'll see.
Dominguez trying to settle himself down and put a ball in play. Lobianco misses upstairs, counts full. Beautiful afternoon here in Scottsdale, Arizona. Not much wind. As the next pitch misses inside for ball 4, so Lobianco walks Dominguez.
Yeah, perfect day for baseball. You couldn't really ask for anything better. A high 80s, low 90s day. We've been treated to some nice shade, though. Avoid the sting of the sunshine. Not looking for a sunburn. Got enough of that this past weekend.
Another pinch hitter in the game is Aiden Huerta for the Padres. His first step out of the game against Lobianco. First pitch is in there for a strike. So both coaches emptying their benches. Most guys seeing the field or the box so far tonight. Next pitch from Lobianco is a curveball that misses up, counts 1-1.
Yeah, we've seen about 90% of both sides' rosters so far today with all the changes made.
Lobianco with a runner on first. Slide steps his way to the plate, and a bit of a check swing from Huerta's fouled to the backstop. Counts now 1-2.
We've seen a few of those check swings contacts, even one put in play so far today. Probably the most I've seen in one game.
Lobianco looking for a ground ball or a strikeout here in the 7th. Next pitch just misses inside. Gomez tried to frame that one. Counts 2-2.
And yeah, we can hear from the Saguaro dugout. Go after the hitter. Just looking for strikes here with this much of a lead.
Next pitch misses up, and Lobianco doesn't want to walk 2 in a row. It's like he said, with this much of a lead, just let your defense work and see how far they can hit it. Next pitch. Misses. Ball gets away from Gomez. They'll head to second anyways because of the walk. But Lobianco has lost his feel. Not sure if he ever had one, but fresh into the game and 1 strikeout and 2 walks so far.
Thought it might have been a quick inning after he retired the leadoff batter on a K on just 3 pitches, but Lobianco lost it to the last couple of hitters to put 2 guys on with just 1 out.
Now Vias up with runner on first and second. He's 0 for 3 so far. First pitch misses, back pick to first, not in time. Good job there from Gomez to keep the runners honest.
Like you said, look, Gomez has been real consistent with that all season, looking for back pick outs. Try to steal an out where you can.
Only 1 out here. Ball's dribbled onto short. Bratzbis goes to Harrington, who fires to first. In time for the double play. As the SaberCats pick up a victory over the Marcos de Niza Padres by a score of 13-4 as Lobianco gets a ground ball double play to end it. Beautiful play there from Bratzbis, Harrington, and Miller at first base.
Yeah, great job from Miller. Stretches and picks it on the short hop to end this one 13-4. Pretty similar to yesterday. Saguaro runs away with it.
So final scores 13-4, 15 hits for the SaberCats, only 3 hits for the Padres, 1 error for the SaberCats, and 3 for the Padres. As that'll do it for us. I'm Will Case alongside Connor Palak. We thank you for tuning in to Varsity Sports. We'll see you next time.